Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again on this very hot day. I've had to come in from the garden. It is just far too hot. And even I'm trying to knit and my hands are so sticky, and I have a glass of cold orange juice here and I'm using it more to cool my hands because my hands are hot and sticky and you're trying to knit. So every time I pick it up for a drink, I just have a little sip so it lasts ages, and then it's cold. Cold for my hands. I do a little bit, but I'm not getting it. I tried to knit outside. I had done a little bit of work in my garden. As much as I could stand, the heat was just too much for doing it. Just did not help. I did not get half as much done as I've done the last few days because of the heat. You know, you just cannot work in that sort of heat, but I will show you just a little bit of what I was doing. Thought there must have been some update on it, but I've just noticed today it is going bright and dark, but it's because the sun is shining straight into my living room. To make videos on this computer, I either have to do it first thing in the morning before the sun comes around and shines. The sun shines into my living room from about 12 o'clock all the rest of the day, or I have to wait late at night when the sun's gone down a little bit if I want to use the video to make videos on this computer. But I've started using this one, so I'm going to finish it on here. But I'm also having a drink as well. It's really really hot today. I think we have about 25 degrees today. That's what it is, and it's only been about 21, 22 the last few days, so I just hope it doesn't get any hotter. It's supposed to be. But as you saw, I only managed a little bit in my garden. I managed to sort my rhubarb out because the patch was really bad. All the rhubarb was going to seed. There was great stalks with seeds climbing up a height, so I managed to get cut all those off and get rid of them and sort some of the rhubarb out. And I took some rhubarb up to my friend up the street, give her some to make a crumble with. And I've got enough. I've kept enough for myself. Well, there's still plenty I can pull off the plants for to make some more myself. But I've kept enough to make a crumble for myself. And I'll probably take a few more sticks off and make one for to take down my granddaughter's on Sunday when I go down. Because if I take the rhubarb down to her, it'll never get used. I know what she's like. I'll just make it for her myself. And I was at my bingo last night, and me and my friend, we came home with £30 each. was my friend that won. Like, my luck seems to have disappeared. It seems to be her that's winning this. Like, she won the most last week. Last week I only won a £5 line, but she won £175, I think. So I had a good bit to come home with each, and she won £60 this week, but I never won anything. But we still will always share whenever we win. Sometimes it's me that wins, and my friend goes weeks without winning. It's just the luck of the way things are. But it could be either of us, because either I get the tickets or she gets the tickets, and depends which one, which one we hand to each other. So it doesn't make any difference because we just share. There was one time we were both waiting for one number for there was the same number for the house, and we both shouted at one time. The fella come over and he said, "Well, I don't know who to give it to." I said, "It's just put it on the table, doesn't matter, we'll share it anyway." But that was so I was quite happy about that, but I wasn't happy when I come home. For some reason there was a diversion on the A1 again, taking me that long way around to get home. I had to go all the way, long way. It's a really long way for to get back. The way they take you is for to get you back to the A1 again, where it's open, and it must have been closed all the way down from where I join it up to where I leave it. And that's where the diversion came to, where I leave it. I'll have to sort out, I'll go through my A to Z book and sort out a way, and if there's any other diversions instead of going that way, because I'm sure there's other ways I can go. That doesn't take me quite so long, because it takes such a long way around to get back onto the A1. And that's what the diversion is, to get you back onto the A1. Well, where it takes me to where I leave the A1, so that doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to get back onto the A1 with the diversion. I'm trying to get home. But anyway, I did a little bit more of this one last night. I did a little bit more last night when I come in, so it's getting quite long. I'm not sure what length it is actually, or my tape measure still in the back room. I forgot. I took it in to measure something and forgot to bring it back again. But this is my little one I'll keep in my bag. Well, it is around about 22 inches, so I've probably only got about another 8 inches to do on it. But I have another bowl. I've broke into another bowl of white and another bowl of this, and this is all I have left of this, so I might just keep on knitting until this is practically finished, because a little bit that's left will probably not be much use for anything, so I'll just keep making it a bit longer actually. Like, usually make it about 30 inches. So that was all I did yesterday after I had finished what I had done with my own sweater. So that was all. I just did a little bit more of this. I'm going to lose those stitches there. I shove that needle back in. And my needles are starting to curl again. You must have to do it every so often. What I had to do with this was put it on the ironing board and put a cloth over it, and I ironed it with a hot iron, and it straightened it out. But I've noticed it's starting to curl round again. Not quite as bad, but it is curling, so I think you probably have to do it every so often, otherwise the curl just slowly comes back again. But they're very good to work with once you get the curl out. It's much better than me having to do a circular, which I'm doing on the other one. I'm doing this one on the circular one. But I do have another pair of, these are 8mm, I do have another pair of 8mm circles. Sometimes I use those too, as just like that. I have to make sure that I think I have some stoppers in my bag I can put on the end of there to make sure the stitches don't come off the end of the needle, because I did one time when I was knitting and I looked and half the stitches had come off and I had to put them all back on again. But anyway, I'll be onto that one as soon as I finish this one, and then I can do the finish the PDF for for this one, because I'm just waiting to finish this one to get the picture of the rosebud one, because I have pictures of the other one from the other ones I knitted, and I have been thinking of more patterns that I can do for blankets, because not just for baby blankets, they come in handy for since this crisis with what's costing us for heating and things like that, even if it dies down and gets back to what it was before, we've all learned how to save on electricity and gas and all that by using things like this. Instead of putting your heating on, put blankets on your knee and all that, and they come in handy for that, these sort of things. And that's what I'm thinking. I might do a few more blankets or things like that for the winter again, because I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be using blankets. I managed quite well and never really noticed whether it was cold or not, as long as the blanket was there to keep me warm. So I think that's a good idea for the blankets, not just for babies. And I did give one to a friend of mine, and she doesn't get about very well. And when she goes out shopping anyway, her husband has a wheelchair for her and pushes her around in a wheelchair. And I gave her one for her birthday, I think it was, one I had made for her birthday. And she said it was lovely because she could just put it over her knee when she was sitting in the wheelchair. And I have had a card, where have I put it? This is a card from a lady called Pat. So if you're watching, Pat, this is your card. I've got your card with the payment. She sent me payment for some of my knitting patterns. I sent them to her by post, but she didn't buy them off eBay or anything. She just bought them off me personally and sent the money to me in with the card. And there's a little note. It says, Sheila, thank you for the patterns. Please find enclosed payment. A little extra had to have a cup of tea on me while you are busy knitting. So thank you, Pat. That's just to let you know that I've got your card with your payment in this morning. I'd even forgot about it actually. And then my video's going bright again. It's the sunshine. When the sunshine's shining through my living room window, that's what does it. That's what spoils the videos. I don't move my hands about too much. It's not too bad, but if I move my hands about too much, that's what makes the light and dark. I'm having another drink because it's really hot here. But anyway, that's just a little bit, keep you up to date with what I've been doing, which is not very much too hot. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.